Hello everyone, I'm Alina and welcome to my channel. So today in this video I'm gonna show you how I crocheted this beautiful sweater, and this is a very easy patterns, as you can see, and any beginner can recreate it. The stitch that I've used in this project is called front post double crochet, and I have used two different sizes of hook. One is 2.5 millimeter for the collar and for the bands, and another one I have used 3.5 for the whole body. And the yarn that I've used for this project is milk cotton yarn. This stays here in Nepal. You can also easily find milk cotton yarns. Before it was kind of tough to get the milk cotton, but now you can easily get it and you can recreate it. And yeah, I have shoot the whole tutorial step by step, so don't forget to recreate one for yourself. So let's get started. So the yarn that I have used for this project is milk cotton yarn, as I have already mentioned, and I have used 18 balls of this yarn, and I'm using two hook size, and this one is 3.5 millimeter hook and this one is 2.5 millimeter hook for the bands and the collar. So now let's get started. So first let's make a knot. You can do as I have shown in the video, just make a cross and then put your hook and just pull it, and there you go. First I'm starting with a collar, so let's make a chain of 10. I have completed my 10 chains, so now let's begin. Now for row 1, skip the first stitch and make a single crochet into each back of the V stitch, as I have shown in the video. Not in the V stitch, but the back of the V stitch there is a bump, so you have to make single crochet on that. Make a single crochet into each stitch until you reach the end, and then I will show you how to do the row 2. Now I have completed the row 1, so for row 2 chain 1, turn your work, and then in row 2 you have to make a single crochet, but in the back loop only. So as I have shown in the video, just make a single crochet in the back loop only, not in the V stitch, just in the back loop, and make a single crochet across each stitch, back loop only, until the end, and then I will show you how to do the row 3. So now from row 3 to row 68, you have to repeat the row 2, which is very easy. Just chain 1, turn your work and make a single crochet back loop only into each stitch, and again chain 1, turn your work. So repeat this process until you reach row 68, and then I will show you the next steps. This is how it look after you reach row 68. And now we have to join the both side so you can make it around. To join both sides, just chain 1 and bring the both side together. So first insert the hook into the back loop of one side as I have shown here, like back of one loop, and now insert into the back of other side and then pull the yarn in from the both side and pull the yarn. This is slip stitch in the back loop only. So you have to repeat the process, like put the hook into the one side of the back loop and then on the other side of the back loop and then slip stitch. So continue this process until the end and then I will show you the next steps. Now my collar is completed. This is how it looking right now. As you can see, it turned out so well, so pretty. Now let's begin for the upper body part. And now for upper body, chain 1, and we also have to change the hook for the upper body. So we are using 3.5 millimeter bigger hook size for the body part. And first we have to make a single crochet into each stitch until the end. As you can see, I have shown everything in details in the video, and at the end we will do a slip stitch to join, so it will be a perfect round. Now I have reached at the end of the row, so we are doing a slip stitch. So the first round is completed, and now for row 1, chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. So now first we are making the V stitch. To make a V stitch, make a double crochet into the same stitch where we have done the chain 3. So as you can see. So this one is considered as the first V stitch, which is the separation between the slip and the back part. So now we are making a double crochet into each stitch. So we are making 10 double crochet first, and that 10 double crochet is considered as a slip part. I have completed 10 double crochet. So now it's time to make a V stitch. So make a double crochet into the next stitch and chain one, and make another double crochet into the same stitch. So this is how we make a V stitch, and it separates the sleeve. Now it's time to make a body part. So to make a body part, make 22 double crochet, and then we have to make a V stitch. I have made 22 double crochet. 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22. Yeah, so now it's time to make a V stitch, and to make a V stitch you just need to make a double crochet and then chain one and a double crochet into the same stitch. And after that, now make 10 double crochet into the next 10 stitch, which is the sleeve part, and then we have to make another V stitch. I have made the 10 stitch 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and 10. Now the 10 stitch is completed, so we have to make a V stitch, double crochet, chain one and double crochet into the same stitch, and then in the remaining stitches we are making 22 double crochets, which is the back part of the sweater, and then we do a slip stitch to join. I'm here at the end of the row. Now let's do a slip stitch to join. So now for row 2, chain 3 and make a double crochet into the V stitch. Now we have to make a front post double crochet into each stitch. To make a front post double crochet, first yarn over, insert the hook in the double crochet line, and then yarn over, insert, and yarn over and insert. This is how we make front post double crochet. Just see one more, yarn over, insert the hook in that double crochet stitch, and yarn over, pull the yarn over, pull the yarn. So repeat this process until you reach the V stitch, and then I will show you how you can do the increase in the V stitch. So now I have reached to the V stitch part. So what we have to do is to make an increase, first yarn over and make a double crochet into the V stitch of that double crochet side, and then in that chain 1 space make another V stitch, which is double crochet, and then chain 1 and make another double crochet. So this is how we do the increase, as you can see. And then make another front post double crochet in that double crochet side of the previous V stitch. So right now we couldn't see properly, but we have already done the increases. And now let's make a front post double crochet into each stitch until you reach the another V stitch, and you have to do the same process. Whenever you reach to the V stitch, you just have to make another V stitch into that V stitch, and don't miss the side of V stitch. You have to make a front post double crochet in those like sides as well. Now I have reached at the end of the row. So first let's do a front post double crochet into that second last stitch, and then make another front post double crochet into the V stitch of the previous row, as I have shown in the video. Don't forget to make a V stitch there because we have to do the increase. So now to join the row, just do a slip stitch. So our row 2 is completed, and now for the row 3 you have to chain 3, 1, 2 and 3. And now we have to make a V stitch, so just make a double crochet into the same stitch, which is our V stitch, and remaining in all the stitches we have to make the front post double crochet. And in the V stitch we will do the increase as I have shown in the row 2. You just have to follow that steps, and in the remaining just front post double crochet, and repeat this process until you reach row 25. Is the same process, we will increase until row 25. So repeat row 2 until you reach row 25. Completed up to row 25. So now it's time to make the lower body part. I forgot to film the initial part of the body joining parts. So to join the body you have to do the chain 2, which is count as a double crochet, and then skip the sleeve part, and you have to make 1 double crochet into the next V stitch, and in the next remaining all the stitches, you just have to repeat the front post double crochet into each stitch until you reach the V stitch. So right now I'm almost about to reach the V stitch of the other side. So now skip the sleeve part and it's time to join. So to join, you just have to make one double crochet into that V stitch. As I have shown in the video, you can see that is a V stitch, and you have to make a double crochet on it. So this is how we join. And now make a front post double crochet into each stitch until you reach the other side of the V stitch. I'm almost here at the end of the row, so let's finish making front post double crochet into each stitch first, and repeat the process as I have shown in the video. And now to join the row, we have to make a slip stitch in that chain 2 space that we made in the beginning. So our row is joined now, chain 1, and this chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch or anything. So now for row 2, we have to make a front post double crochet into each stitch until the end, and at the end you just need to do a slip stitch to join. Now I'm here at the end of the row 2. First, let's finish making a front post double crochet into each stitch. Now to make a slip stitch, just make a slip stitch in the front post double crochet part, not on the chain 1 space, because we don't consider chain 1 as a stitch. So for the next row, just chain 1 and make a front post double crochet into each stitch, and at the end do a slip stitch and then chain 1 and continue your work. So in this project I have made up to row 35 for my body part. So repeat row 2 until you reach row 35, and then I will show you the next steps. I have completed up to row 35. Now it's time to make a band. So first chain 1, and I have also changed the hook size. First we were using 3.5 for the body part. Now for the band we are using 2.5 millimeter hook. So chain 1 and make a single crochet into each stitch until you reach the end, and at the end you just need to do a slip stitch to join. I'm at the end of the row, so slip stitch to join. And now for the band I am making a 14 chain. You can make as long as you want. For me, I'm doing a 14 chain. Now we have to make a single crochet into the back of the V-stitch, back bum of the V-stitch. First skip the first stitch, and in the second stitch make a single crochet as I have shown in the video. And also we have done the same process in the collar part, but here it's gonna be slightly different. So first make a single crochet into the back bum of the V-stitch until the end. I'm here at the end, so we have to do a slip stitch into the next stitch, one slip stitch, and do one more slip stitch. And now turn your work, and for the next row just skip the slip stitch part and make a back loop single crochet into each stitch until you have one stitch left, and in the last one we do both stitch single crochet so you can have a perfect shape of the band. So in this last stitch we are making a single crochet but in the both loop, so we will have a very nice shape at the end. Now chain one, turn your work, and repeat the same process. Just make a single crochet but in the back loop only until the end, and at the end we are making like 2 slip stitch, and you just have to repeat this same step for the next row until you reach the starting point. You complete the whole round, and then I will show you how we can join it. I have completed the round, so now it's time to join. So to join, it's also the same steps to join. You just need to take the back of the one side, back loop of the one side, and the back loop of the other side as shown in the video, and then you have to do the slip stitch. As you can see, just do the slip stitch, take the back loop of one side and take the back loop of other side and slip stitch. So repeat this process until the end, and then chain one and cut off your yarn. As you can see, now my band is completed and it turned out so good. This is how so far the sweater is looking. As you can see, the bands and the body part. Now it's time to make a sleeve part. And to make a sleeve, first attach the yarn in the V-stitch part. So chain 1, and this is the underarm part, so we have to do a slip stitch into the another V-stitch and then chain 1. And now what we have to do is we have to make a front post double crochet into each stitch until we reach the end of the row, end of the other side. Now I am at the end of the row, so slip stitch at the first stitch to join. So now it's join. This is our row 1. So now chain 1 and make a front post double crochet into each stitch until you reach row 46. Repeat this process. It's a very easy. You just have to do the front post double crochet, slip stitch at the end and then chain 1 and repeat until you reach row 46. Completed up to row 46 and now it's time to make a band for the sleeve. So we are doing a decrease, which is single crochet decrease. So first insert the hook, pull the yarn, and again insert the hook, pull the yarn, and pull all 3 together like this, and again insert the hook, pull the yarn, insert the hook, pull the yarn, and pull through all 3. This is how we do single crochet decrease, and repeat this process until the end. And at the end, just do a slip stitch to join. So now slip stitch to join, and for the band I am doing a chain 10. You can do as much as you want, and after chain 10 is the same process what we have done in the band of the body part. So just repeat the same process. I have also shown some steps here, so you can just follow the steps that I have done here. If you get any confusion, you can just follow this. time to join now, so make your sweater inside out, and it's the same process. Just take the back loop of both sides and slip stitch as usual, and at the end chain one and cut off your yarn. And repeat the same process and make the sleeve for other side as well. I have completed the both side sleeve, and this is how it turned out. All the steps is very easy, and this is the top down sweater tutorial. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I really appreciate it, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you and bye bye. See you in the next video.